Hey everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Jake.
And this is the 2026 Delta 321BH. Jake, what are some of the specs on this thing?
First off, this is what we call our big bunkhouse, and we call it for a reason. It's 36 feet 11, and it's just over 8,000 pounds dry.
That's a lot of space. Let's go explore everything inside first.
Let's go.
All right, Jake, you mentioned this is a big bunk room, and you
did.
were not lying.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in here. Let's talk about it.
So how many do you want to have sleeping at night, right? The big number here is up to 5 people. It could be more, it could be less, depending on exactly how you want to use it, right? But the other part of it is being versatile in some other aspects, one of which we know working from home or mobile work styles is bigger in the industry today than it's ever been. So specifically right here where you're standing, you could just as easily remove everything from the inside here, set up your own home office, and use it however you like.
I love that. And then you do have this bunk that lifts up for a person. So you got more space as like a couch down here now. So separate TV backer back here so you can enjoy some gaming, some TV. That converts into a sleeping system that's about the size of a queen size bed, right?
Correct.
That's amazing. And then directly behind you, you got those oversized bunks.
Yep, and nice dressers below as well. And to top it all off, back here is our prep for a third air conditioner.
So you got a third AC prep back here, so that's an option if you want to take that. Sounds like a great space to me. So why don't we go ahead and head into the living space where you're going to spend even more time.
Sure.
All right, Jake, so now that we're in the living space, you got an ample amount of room in here, tons of room for activities.
That's correct. And now generation 1, we got a lot of stuff right, but it's always in the spirit of improvement. So this living area, one thing I want to point out at first is we already talked about a lot of people that are going to be sleeping in here. This living area complements the number of people that are going to be hanging out throughout the day as well. You got a 3-seater, 79-inch theater seat. Directly across from that, we have 3 major updates that we did for this model year, one of which is a legless style dinette. Now you're not knocking your knees or doing any of the logistics stuff throughout the day. Incorporating that gigantic window on that slide right next to the booth. And then, of course, where's the TV, right? We actually put that on a televator, so now you can have either option you'd like.
I love that. So really just brightening the space with the large atrium windows that open up 50% of the way to maximize airflow and just give you so much more light to really brighten this room in here. Just really creating a nice space. And yeah, relentless improvement. That's what Generation 2 is all about here.
That's right.
All right, let's go ahead and head to the kitchen and talk about where you're going to cook all your meals next.
Now, in the spirit of innovation and getting better, frankly, every single day, one thing we heard overwhelmingly time and time again was the idea of moving to solid surface countertops. Well, you asked and we delivered. So now our main line of Delta travel trailers includes just that. We also are moving full force with the 10 cubic foot, 12-volt refrigerators, large microwaves, you have dedicated silverware storage, you have a dedicated pantry area, and again, the flow of this floor plan with a nice U-shaped kitchen gives you all the countertop space that you need. Now, moving right along in this Delta 321BH, the bathroom area leaves plenty to be impressed with, one of which is just the sheer amount of storage that we offer. We also have a 30 by 36 shower, a full porcelain soft close toilet, and an extra large stainless steel sink that is complemented by, yet again, even more storage. Lastly, we have the controls for your 60,000 BTU on-demand water heater. Now, let's go ahead and take a look through the bedroom. Moving on into the bedroom of the 321BH, one thing I want to let you know is we actually have a Starlink prep available on all models. We also include a 60 by 80 true queen size bed directly across from that in the closet, which by the way is where you're going to find that Starlink prep. You have some hanging closets there, plus a couple extra drawers. Either side of the bed is ample amount of extra storage space as well. You do have a cabinetry here which is on soft close and the ability to either hang or stack those clothes in there. Now, lastly in the bedroom, one great update that we've made recently is the 8,000 BTU Furrion Chill Cube air conditioner that is guaranteed to keep this the exact temperature that you need.
All right, Jake, so all the features that have been made for 2026 are big improvements, but they all stem from those customer-driven features, which is a North Star here at Alliance RV.
Yeah.
What are some of the customer-driven features that everyone's going to find across the board on Delta?
Well, you made a good point that there are North Star, right? And we have a number of those things we've been doing, frankly, since day one. One thing that I want to mention that's more of like a new customer-driven feature that we've done is the evolution of that air conditioning system. So like I just mentioned, the bedroom has an 8,000 BTU AC. This is a 37-foot travel trailer, all right? Incorporating an 18,000 BTU air conditioner in this main level, frankly, is almost unheard of in the industry. But again, we still have those main customer-driven features. For example, you have plumbing shutoff valves in every major plumbing location, plus this flush floor through frame rack and pinion slide system on both of these slides out. Frankly, I think it's one of the most key things that we do, one, for overall reliability, and that also helps this floor plan flow so perfectly.
I love that. And a few other additional features that you guys are gonna find would be like smart color-coded number wiring, making it easy to diagnose an issue if a light turns off randomly. Also, you're not gonna find a thread of carpet in here, which helps with allergens, dust, dirt, anything like that, and pet dander. And then lastly, Alliance RV, we are known for our customer focus, and we are one of the only manufactured warranted for full-time living. So with that said, why don't we go ahead and head outside and talk about all the great new exterior features on the 2026 321BH.
Let's go.
All right, Jake, so now that we're on the outside, the exterior also looks like it got a brand new refresh. Let's talk about those updates.
Yeah, and for 2 years, we arguably had the best looking travel trailer in the industry, and I would say it's even more true today. This all new interior and obviously exterior design it's gotta be one of the best looking travel trailers on the market today. A few things that we've done though to even further enhance that is this screwless one-piece skirt metal that we're putting on the outside, and then we've made some enhancements to the awning lights as well, just to give it a lot more of a seamless design.
Yeah, and you got that really just nice looking monochromatic graphics package to match a lot of the trucks out in the market. All right, let's talk about one of the most important features next. How's this thing built?
So regardless of how it looks or the floor plan, none of that matters if it's not built properly. So we can start with the roof membrane itself. That's a PVC roof membrane, comes paired with a lifetime warranty. Even better than that though, your sidewalls, your floors, your subfloor in the normal series of Deltas, that's all made with a composite material that has interior and exterior laminated Asdel materials on there. You have a fully covered underbellies, and then to pair it all off with your wheels, those are all Goodyear tires.
Yeah, and just creating a more solid product, you have an aluminum cage construction, double-sided Asdel. For those that don't know what Asdel is, it's a rot, mold, and mildew resistant material that's half the weight of wood and has more insulation factor.
And twice as strong.
And it's twice as strong. So pairing all that together, you're gonna get an absolute superior built product compared to anything else on the market. All right, now let's talk about one of the most important features when you're setting up your campsite, your pass-through storage. Starting in this space, you're gonna have 62 cubic feet of storage space, just maximizing everything you need to bring during your adventures. But to make it easier, up top, you're gonna have a 6-foot folding table with its own mounting system, so you can pull it out first to help you set up camp. Additionally, you're gonna have your control system over here, where you're gonna have your 3-way switches to control your awning and your slide out, making it easier and safer to set up camp. You will have controls inside as well. And then additionally, you're gonna have your power supply 110, cable and satellite hookups, USB power, and you're gonna have your first spray port that is temperature controlled. And then a new feature for 2026, you're gonna find your Starlink prep. So this is an easy system to use. It's a plug and play system. You're gonna plug your modem and router inside, and then you're gonna have your connection here for your dish on the outside. Let's go to the off-camp side and talk about all the great features over there next.
Now, interestingly enough, for our pass-through storage on the off-door side, there's still plenty to talk about. First of which, you're gonna find a 3-way switch that operates this off-door slide out. You're also gonna find a universal tire pressure monitoring system prep. You're also gonna find the location for your water pump and your solar package that is easily accessible. One of the biggest updates that I want to point out to you though is the 10-inch water filtration system that we have. This is going to deliver the cleanest water you can possibly get regardless of the campsite. And lastly, you have the temperature control system for your 3 outdoor spray ports, 2 of which you will find right up front here in this pass-through storage. A few additional things you're going to find on the off-door side here are your 30,000 BTU furnace and your 60,000 BTU on-demand water heater. One thing I want to point out though that is particularly interesting is the fact that, remember, this thing's almost 37 feet long. Chances are you're going to be hard-pressed to find a floor plan that offers this much that still has 1 dump valve. That's right, and we make every effort regardless of the floor plan. If we can get it done, we definitely do that. You are going to find 1 termination point here on this 321BH.
All right, this might look like an ordinary back wall, but it's far from that. Starting at the top, you're gonna find that little black puck that's a universal backup camera system. Moving to the side, you're gonna find an 18-inch metal ladder that is weighted for 300 pounds. Down below, you're gonna have your third spray port, conveniently located next to your ladder, so if you need to tie off Fido to give him a bath during your camping experience, easy to do. And lastly, down below, you're gonna have your accessory hitch. Next, let's head to the campsite and talk about a few additional features over there. All right, Jake, so now that we're on the campsite of the coach, you got a beautiful space back here. Let's talk about what's going on here.
So let's not forget here, we're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna be camping and sleeping in this thing, right? You have to be able to maximize what you're up to while you're outside. I thought this griddle grill combo here we had was a great integration of being able to give people what they want. And then complementing that with the refrigerator right next to that is perfect. Plus you have some storage right there, right behind you.
Yeah, I love that. And you have your USB A and C charge type and 110 power. So just making this a great space. Now, one thing that we get frequent comments on is how high this grill is, which it's actually intentional. So we figured out that if you're gonna be having kiddos and stuff like that, the last thing you want is for them to be able to access this hot surface. So we raised it up. I'm only 5'9", and I'd be able to cook on this surface very easily.
And Joe, don't forget, we get this question a lot, remember, the access to water for where this outdoor kitchen is. Now, you had mentioned it, did a great job of it. We have that outdoor spray port right there on the back wall, which is perfectly located to either use it out there or use it in this outdoor kitchen.
Love that, with that long enough hose, or you can buy multiple of those hoses to have access at all 3 locations. All right, let's head to the front of the coach and talk about a few additional features. All right, to cap off this video, let's talk about the front cap, Jake.
Great segue. So we actually, you are correct. We do have an all new front cap design that also includes some countersunk LED lights and a raised Alliance logo. And same thing we've been doing for years. We have that standard power tongue jack, standard 2 propane tanks, and the battery tray is large enough for 2 batteries.
Those are all great features. Next, let's talk about how they can learn more about this floor plan. Everybody, thanks for taking a tour of the 2026 Delta 321BH. Jake, how can they learn more about this floor plan?
Feel free to go ahead and comment below or get a hold of us directly at alliancerv.com. Now, Joe, how do they go ahead and connect with us?
Yeah, go to any social platform of your choosing and search @AllianceRV to see sneak peeks and special stuff behind the scenes. Everybody, thanks again for watching, and we hope that you choose to join the Alliance.
Thanks, guys.
This is the 2026 Delta BH3, no, it's a 321BH.
Correct.
Okay, I'm mixing it up.
You are going to notice the receiver for the prep. Yeah, that was really good. I want to say Starlink prep. Okay. Let's try it again. All right. Okay. I'll
just start from the beginning.
This is all just me then?
This is all you.
Okay. So surely it looks good and it feels great, but this is, which is another new customer-driven feature. I probably should. Let's try it again.
You're fine.
Let's do it. Well, I kind of started there, but I like where we were going. Hey,
Sorry,
does it look funny if my arms are behind like this?
What was my third one? Oh, warranty. Okay, I'll start again.
Did you notice I said air conditioner's weird?
Yeah, and speaking on just build, how am I gonna say? Hold on. Yeah, and just making a. How do I want to say that? And, okay.
All right, I'll do one more time. Okay. How did I start that last one again? I thought that was really nice. Okay. You're doing a great job of feature benefit.
Don't walk in front of the camera. Oh. 3, 2, 1. All right, Jake, so let's cap off this video by talking about the front cap.
Now, not to be too punny here, but that was great.
I got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, Jake, to cap off this video, let's talk about the front cap.
Now, to be punny, you're exactly correct.
All right, Jake, so to cap off.
For any immediate information, feel free to go ahead and comment below. But if you would like,
Everybody, thanks for taking a tour. I hope you choose to join the Alliance.
And then I say thank you and see you around.
You go that way, I go that way.
Okay.
Okay, ready?